joining me on this windy, blustery day here. Alright. What I'm going to show you now isn't quite historically correct, but it's how the average person who wants to get involved in black powder shooting is going to load a cap and ball revolver. Now, in the period, here we have the Colt's Dragoon, first model, 1840s technology. Now, in the period, you would have had this, a non-combustible cartridge. You would have bit the end off. You would have poured the powder in, extracted the bullet. I'll demonstrate for you. There's no powder in here, but you would have poured your powder, all while having Indians charging down on you, or whatever, Confederates, Union, your choice. And then you have extracted your Dragoon bullet. You would have placed it in, and you would have rammed it down, and repeat that 6 times. That's how you would have carried your ammo. You would have had cartridges. Now, for our purposes today, I didn't make any, because the average person, the beginner, is not going to make those. That's when you go down the rabbit hole and really get into this stuff, you're going to make the cartridges. Maybe we can save that for a different time. For now, what you need is a little CVA day flask, or like whatever, any kind of flask. Got a 30 grain spout on here. And today we're going to be shooting the 454 lead round ball. It's a slow process, but sometimes you got to take a break from the Wonder 9s and the ARs and all that, and just slow down and realize this is how it was done back in the day. And it's just fun. Take your flask, pour your charge, try to keep the cylinder face clean. I mean, it's a time-consuming process here, but the technology of the era. I mean, in the period, they may have done it this way, but you're not reloading like this in combat. You're just not going to, like it wasn't done. You would have loaded your piece and just carried it, and that's what you would have had, just your 6. The saying was, reloading was done at camp. And if you're the kind of person that needs to have clean hands or whatever, this isn't for you. Black powder is a very messy proposition here. So we have our 6 charged chambers here. Alright, now, for added safety, we have our Wonder Wad, made right here in Pennsylvania. The Wonder Wads help protect against chain fire and keep the fouling soft. 6 Wonder Wads. Now we're going to place our round ball, chamber them. 454 lead round ball. You can kind of line the next one up to make it easier on yourself. Shooting all day, so the gun is kind of gummy. Again, in the period, you wouldn't be shooting 100 rounds to these things. without cleaning. People have this notion that, you know, you would have been hiding behind a rock shooting like 1,000 rounds to these weapons, but you wouldn't be. You carried a brace of these and you had your 12 shots. Hopefully that would do the job for you. You also would have had a carbine or a rifle. If you were a frontiersman or just like a settler, you wouldn't have been reloading these things. You shoot your 6 and then if that didn't kill it, I guess get out of there, I don't know, man. Alright, now, we ain't done yet. The period correct Texas Ranger method of putting lard over the bullet. They would use lard from their salted pork. Before they put these back in the holster. Because even back then, I mean, obviously chain fires were a problem. This would also help seal the chamber against moisture and rain if you were carrying the gun for an extended period. Again, you would not be doing this in any kind of combat. There's no way, no how. And don't be thinking that, you know, guys were on horseback putting lard over their chambers. It just wasn't done. But you would do this before you headed out. I mean, do you really need the wonder wad and the lard? Probably not, but we'll go with the belts and suspenders method, so to speak. Wipe my hands off. Now, we're going to apply our caps. Got number 11 percussion caps. Putting these on under any kind of stress would be nearly impossible. I mean, I got a greater respect to these guys that use these things in combat. I mean, obviously you wouldn't have had a nice little table to lay all your gear out on. I try doing this at night, or like, you know, in the fog of a battle, you wouldn't. Six shots is pretty much all you got. I love shooting these things, I love these weapons, but you can easily see why metallic cartridges were so popular. Alright, gotta make sure they're tight because chain fires can occur at the rear of the chamber. You have a little safety notch, which I wouldn't recommend using to actually carry this, but for our purposes. I have my neat little leather gear just to show you here. Alright. Got our paper bad guy out there. What's he doing? He's up to no good. So, we're going to pull out our Colt Dragoon. And we're going to deal with him. Ah, the infamous loading lever drop for the first time today. Hasn't done it all day. Cap sucking was a problem back then too. That's it. We've had our 6. But what do we do now? We're not reloading in the heat of battle here. Our bad guy's still moving, so I'm gonna pull our little hideout gun out. Take that. Alright. Unfortunately, we had some loading lever drop and some cap sucking, but the original period problems with the guns still appear in the repros. Put a few on our bad guy and finish it off with our 22 backup gun.